Sunday morning conversation. Sunday morning.
Hey, it's Pastor Misha, and today, listen to this, is my actual birthday. So it's my birthday, gonna party like it's my birthday. Hey, hey, hey. And I'm excited to be celebrating it with you. This is, as I've been celebrating all month long, and I've been talking to you about life is lifing. In John 10:10, it says that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. But it goes on in that B clause, it says, but Jesus himself has come to give us abundant life. And that's why I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating because I have abundant life. And I know it was not of my own. The reason why I get up every morning, the reason why I'm able to press through the day, the reason why I'm able to keep the smile on my face is because my Savior, Jesus Christ, has granted me, has given me abundant life. And you know what? He wasn't selfish. He wasn't self-centered. And he wasn't just giving it only to me, but he's giving it to you too as well. So today, we're going to talk to you about what does abundant life look like? People have these ideas and images, and we've even, identified people in life to say, that person, they must be living right because they have everything. They got the cars, the houses, the land. They got this going on. They always flying here and there. You catch them on, these social media platforms, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And, you think, oh, wow, they're doing it. They're out here. And you know what? But they may not have peace. They may not have joy. They have no one to spend it with, the time with. And so abundant life for me, abundant life for me means I'm fulfilling the will of God in my life. Whatever God has ordained for me, that I'm allowing it to happen. And when I say allowing it to happen, that's literally what I mean. I'm granting God's gifting access to me. I'm granting God's promises that he said that he promised for me access to my life. So many times God has said, I'm going to do a miracle in your life, or I'm going to bless you, or I'm going to extend his promise to you. And we don't give it access. Like, we block it. How do we block it? We block it with doubt and fear and disbelief. But you've got to remove the blocks, remove the blockage, so that the promises can flow freely, so that the blessings can flow freely. Deuteronomy 8 tells us that he will bless you going in and coming out. He's got blessings stored up for you, not just for you, but for your children's children. And so we need to receive those blessings. And how do we do that? By removing the blockades, by getting out the way and allowing for things to flow in our lives. So I celebrate my life, not because I've, done everything that I needed to do. I've got more things to do. But I know the only way that I was able to get here was through God. And so where I'm going, it's going to take God. And I promise myself I'm going to hang out with him. If nothing else hangs with me, me and God going to be running this thing together. And I'm so excited. So let's talk about this, again, the abundant life and celebrating life. This abundant life is when you're fulfilling your will, the will of God that's in your life. One of the things that I love most, and that's ministry. Literally, what I'm doing with you every Sunday morning gives me so much joy. When I stand in the pulpit and I'm speaking to the people in the audience, to see their lives change right before my very eyes, to know that it's nothing about me, but it's what God has promised them, and just to remind them of his promises and of his blessings, it just does something for me. When I encounter people, as I'm just moving in the grocery stores or at events and organizations, and people say to me, you know what, I heard that message that you ministered, and was what you said is what was life-changing. When I get the testimonies of people that say, you prayed for my aunt who was in the hospital and she was turning for the worst, but then you prayed and now she's turning for the better. It's not because of my prayers. There's nothing power in me, but it's just the mere fact that my prayers encourage them to have just a little bit more faith that caused them to push through it. It's those testimonials when people say, you know what, I was going to go wrong. I was going to make the wrong decision, but I thought about something that you said, or maybe you called me right on time, and it caused me to make the right decision, and my life is better. It's those young women that God has allowed for me to mentor, minister to, that their lives are changing for the better, that they're striving to be better products in society, that they're going into the boardrooms, that they're getting the promotions, that they're landing those jobs and careers that they wanted to have. Maybe they're connecting with that gentleman that they wanted to be with. Whatever that may be, is hearing those testimonies. It's seeing you all in our conversations, in our group chats, and in our book club conversations. And you say, you know, when you shared this with that book, it just did something for my life. I'm noticing my life changing. My conversation is changing. The people around me are changing. I'm changing my tribe a little bit because I realized that the people I was associating with just, wasn't benefiting. They weren't aligned with me. And so that's what's important. That's abundant living. I shared this with you all just a couple of Sundays ago, and I want to bring it back up because I think it's so key and important. We talked about the core beliefs and core values. That's abundant living. When you know your core values and you know your core beliefs, and that you're aligning yourself with those persons who have those same similar core values and core beliefs. What does that look like? That means that you got to do, what do we talk about? An assessment. You need to assess your core beliefs. You need to actually write them down and make sure that you know what your beliefs are. They're not preferences, but they're literally our beliefs, because that's a part of your foundation. How do we assess it? Our behavior follows our belief. So if you can assess your behavior, then you'll know what your belief is. If you really truly believe a certain way, it's going to show up in your behavior. And if you really behave a certain way, it really testifies of your belief. So you need to assess yourself. Second thing is, we talked about this, appraise your values. You need to do an appraisal on your value system. What do you really value? What are you spending your time in? What are you investing in? What are you prioritizing? Those things are valuable to you. Whatever you spend your time on. Think about your day, 24 hours. What are you spending time in? If it's in ministry, if it's helping someone else, if it's working for your family, if it's working so that you can get ahead in life, that means that's valuable to you. Family, your life, that's valuable to you. If you're spending time in ministry, that's valuable to you because you've invested in it. So you need to do an appraisal on your value system, and then look at your alignment. Who are you hanging out with? Who are you aligned with? Because your alignment, it contributes to the abundant living. And let me just tell you something. If you're running with the wrong folk, it can take you down the wrong way. But hanging out with the right folks can put you in the right places. I chuckle. Many of you all know that I just became an owner of two beautiful horses. One a saddle horse and one is a Tennessee walking horse, Tonto and Farley. And we've got some stories we're going to be sharing with you later on. So, just check out the feed so you can hang out here with us. But, just being an owner, now I'm going places, a store that I've never shopped at before, and I get the plug in for Tractor Supply, so I'm going to plug that in for you. But I'm going to a store now that I've never been before because I've got to get supplies for those wonderful horses that I have. And amazingly enough, I went to an event for the American Heart Association, just being a part of the community, one of the organizations. And I talked to you all about that too, aligning yourself with the right organization. But that's an organization that I support. So I was there at the American Heart Association, and lo and behold, I run into a young lady, and she and I talk. And within the first 2 minutes, I found out that she's actually over the diversity, inclusion, and equity, diversity, equity, and inclusion at Tractor Supply. See, that's what God will do for you when you are walking and living in His will and you have abundant life. I just started going to a store that I've never been before. Then I meet someone who is at the corporate level in this organization or in this business. And she said to me, "You let me know if you ever need anything." We hooked up on LinkedIn, and she gave me a shout out, gave her a shout back so that we can stay connected. But isn't that just like God? That's what God would do to you when you have abundant life. He came that we would have access to life, that we can live beyond our wildest dreams. I'm doing things and I'm living from the prayers that I prayed as a little child. I'm living a testimony of things that God promised me when I was in my teenage years, that he did not forget the promises and he did not forget the prayers that I prayed. But he made sure that I would see the results of what I gave to him. That's abundant living. I challenge you as part of your homework to really sit in this space and take the time, one, to assess your core beliefs, really seriously appraise your values, and then for you to align yourself with those persons that can take you where you need to go. And then think about your abundant living. Are you really getting out of life what you should be? Are you really living the life that God designed for you? Are you really putting in the extra work and being intentional to have life, that God life? That when you lay down at night, you sleep in ease and you sleep in peace. And I really do have that. After all that I've been through, all these years on this earth, one thing I can say in this season, that God has been faithful, God has been true, and God has been faithful to his word. He's given me that abundant life, and I want that for you. So again, to you all, thank you so much. Thank you for the party on yesterday, for the well wishes, for the shout outs that you gave to me, for the text messages, calls, and emails, and Facebook posts that you've been sharing throughout this morning already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know probably there's going to be more to come. I appreciate you. And it doesn't go for granted. It's not something that I just expect to happen, because people don't have to be kind. So when they are, you ought to say thank you. And I'm so grateful for your kindness, for your gentleness, and for what you've done for me. And all I ask God is that he would give me the strength to continue to minister to you, because this is what I literally love to do. I ask you to hang out with us for 7:45, because we have a special guest that's going to celebrate my birthday with me at the 7:45. So I'm excited to hear from Pastor Ella Clay. She's been a mentor in my life. She's been someone who has been so supportive and been guiding me for years since I've been here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I can't wait to hear from her. And then at the 10 a.m. service, they told me that I could speak on my birthday. Oh my goodness. We're going to look forward to what God has to say at 10 a.m. So join us on our social ministry platforms at 7:45, 1 hour of power, Nashville location. And then join us at 10 a.m. at our Nashville church, 4300 Clarksville Pike, Nashville, Tennessee. And you can catch us on our social ministry platforms as well. And you also can catch us at our new highway location, 191 West Shelby Drive. A powerful word will come forth there as well. So to all of you that said happy birthday, thank you, thank you, thank you. To my father, to my family, my siblings, and to those who love me. And thank you to those who put together that wonderful birthday party on yesterday. I appreciate you so much. Cathedral of Praise, you're in my heart, you're in my mind, you're always in my prayers. I love you all so much, and I appreciate you. Remember this, your voice is valuable, your voice is powerful. So go out and speak life into everything that you do and say. And thank you for sharing my birthday today. God bless you. Bye-bye.